Hey guys, Justin Bryan here from selfmadesuccess.com, and in this video I'm going to show you 17 Instagram business account and Instagram profile tips for the best results possible. And by best results possible I mean the most brand awareness, the feeling of trust that your followers have in you, the increase in followers, and the overall marketability of your account, and ultimately more sales for your business. So we're talking about Instagram business profiles and accounts, and these 17 tips will help you get the best results by focusing more on your profile and basic principles that you must follow. I'm not going to show you a lot about types of images to post or videos and things like that. I have other videos that cover the specific types of marketing to do, like my Instagram strategies video or my Instagram marketing tips video. You can check those out if you're into trying to figure out what type of images and hashtags to use and things like that. This is more about your profile and your account and how to approach that to build trust with your followers and become more attractive to them. So the first thing you want to do is you want to constantly update your link. Okay? Your link is one of your biggest assets on your Instagram business profile. So you'll notice that there's a very popular online magazine called Founder Magazine, and they have a very popular Instagram account. They have over 906,000 followers, and they've built this in a fairly short amount of time, over the period of maybe a year or two. So what they've done is, for one thing, they've collected leads. They've collected emails from their account by using their link in a more specific way instead of just sending people straight to their home page. So you'll see that they use the foundermag.com/book as their actual link. Instead of just doing foundermag.com, they actually send them to a place where they give you a free book or resource that you can use, and that is in exchange for your subscription info. So then they can market to you via your subscription through your email and send you more promotions, send you more cool content, and update you on what's going on. So this is a great way to use your link. You just constantly update it with some of your latest promotions and collect emails from your link. So give them something like a free book or some kind of promotion that people will really love, and put that as your link instead of just your home page. Number 2, highlight brand accomplishments, recognition, and credibility. This is huge because what you want to do is you want to prove to people that you can be trusted. You want to prove to people that you practice what you preach, you have accomplished a lot, and you are worth listening to, and you can be trusted as a brand that has experts in whatever industry you're in. So Lewis Hawes has a great Instagram profile. You'll notice he has 225,000+ followers. And one thing that he does very well is he puts his recognitions in his profile. He keeps it short and sweet, and he gives you a reason to listen to him. He's a New York Times bestseller and a top 100 ranked podcast producer and a USA team handball player. So right off the bat, in one short little sentence, you see his profile for the first time. You also see the check mark that he's a verified user, which means he's got to be pretty popular and he's a real person. You also see that he's a New York Times bestseller, so he must be an expert in some field and he must be good at something. He's a top 100 ranked podcast, which means he also must be popular in the podcast arena. And of course, he's an Olympian or a USA team handball player. Maybe not an Olympian, but a very high world-class athlete playing for Team USA. So those three things alone, plus the verified mark, show you that he is somebody you can really learn from, and that will probably give you information that actually works. So you want to show your accomplishments and things like that in your profile to earn that trust of users. And you'll also notice, like I said earlier, links. He knows how to collect leads with his link as well. He doesn't just send you to lewishawes.com. He actually sends you to a place where you can get something in exchange for your email or something like that. Number 3, use the same username as other social profiles. So when I talk about this, Entrepreneur is one brand that comes to mind because they use the same Entrepreneur username on all their profiles. You notice if you go on Twitter, if you go to Twitter and you look up Entrepreneur magazine will be Entrepreneur and just that word as their Twitter handle. So also, you go on other social media profiles. When you go to that social media and then Entrepreneur, you'll notice that Entrepreneur magazine comes up. So it's the same thing on Instagram. Their username is simply Entrepreneur. So they keep the same one on every profile, so it's very easy for people to find them. If you say, hey, I'm joining Instagram, I wonder if my favorite brand is on there, I'm going to look them up. But if you have a different username on all these different profiles, it might be hard for them to find you when they look you up. So keep the same handle and username across social media platforms, including Instagram. Number 4, you want to do 80% value and 20% promotion, or even 90% value and 10% promotion. Something like that, one or the other, is the best way to get the best results as far as keeping people engaged with your content and keeping them from unfollowing you. And you want your profile to be as attractive as possible. So you'll notice that you have people like Lewis Hawes. He posts pictures of, him meeting with Larry King, which is something that helps prove that he's an expert or a talented person. Meeting with Larry King is usually kind of a requirement. You have to be good at something. He posts quotes that you can really learn from. He posts funny pictures, things like that. It's all just stuff that you might find interesting about him, and he doesn't post promotions that much. So you might see a promotion every once in a while from somebody on Instagram, but you also notice Founder Magazine does the same thing. They might promote their book or magazine or something like that in a post, but most of their posts are going to be quotes and things like that to inspire you. So just make sure you do a very small percentage of promotions, and most of your posts should be value related, which means news, behind the scenes stuff, quotes, funny pictures, and things like that. Number 5, use analytics. So analytics is obviously something Instagram now offers with a business account, and there are other Instagram analytic tools. So if you don't like the Instagram insights and analytics, you can check out things like Iconosquare, which used to be known as statograms, which you might know them as. I'll talk about them more in a minute. Simply Measured, InstaFollow, Union Metrics, Crowdfire. You can read more about them on this post called the 5 best free Instagram analytic tools. Like I said, they're free, so you don't have to pay anything to use them. It's an article on Social Media Today if you want to read more about them. But Iconosquare, Simply Measured, InstaFollow, Union Metrics, and Crowdfire are a few alternatives if you don't like the Instagram insights. But either way, you have to know the numbers. You have to be studying what works and what doesn't. Otherwise, you won't know how to grow your Instagram account, and you'll eventually hit a plateau and just be taking shots in the dark trying to figure out how to be successful. Number 6, format your bio. So this is just something to make your bio stand out. And one thing you can do is format it. Okay, so you might notice that some of these people have little icons in here. Sometimes they put their bio in a format that centers it and has bullet points. But you'll notice it just looks more fun, it's more engaging. I think Entrepreneur has a few icons in here. There's one right there, it looks like for Halloween or something. But you can do all kinds of stuff. You see this example here of another formatted bio. And you can go to a cool article on later.com called 6 Instagram Hacks You Haven't Heard Before. So just a cool little article if you're looking for some extra Instagram tricks, like how to space and do lines in your captions, how to pin your posts and things like that. But right in this point right here, I want to mention how you can center your Instagram bio and add spaces and things like that. It goes step by step how to do it. You can go through this post and check it out, as well as the other tips and hacks that they show you. But you can format your stuff, add icons and things like that in your bio, and it really makes it stand out. Number 7, use a clear image of your logo for your profile, and you'd be surprised how many people get this wrong. So one of the easiest and most mandatory things you have to do on Instagram is make it look professional and help people know and recognize what your brand is. So if you're branding your business, you're more of a corporation, you can do this. You have your logo centered and very easy to read or easy to see. If you're a individual person, have a clear picture of your face, easy to see, high quality, looks professional. Don't screw around and make it hard for people to figure out who you are. Okay, the name alone should not be the only thing they use to recognize you. You should have a clear logo, the clear image of yourself or whatever your business account is for, right there in your icon. Number 8, consider following people who might be interested in your brand. So there's a few different ways you can actually follow people and manage your followers. One way is to use an app like Followers for Instagram. It's a follow management tool. It allows you to track your new followers, who unfollowed you, that previously followed you, people who are not following you back when you follow them, things like this. So one of the easiest ways to get more followers on Instagram is to follow other people. Of course, you want to follow people that are followers of your competitors and other industry leaders in the same industry as you. So that way you're at least following people that might be interested in your brand, because they're already interested in other similar brands. So you might get 20%, maybe a little less, follow you back. And you can track all that using a free app like Followers for Instagram, and that way you can just keep track of how many people you're following, who's following back, how to unfollow people that don't follow back, and things like that, if you want to go the route of trying to increase your followers faster by following other people. Just make sure you follow people who are interested in other brands like yours. Number 9, time it right. Use Iconosquare, formerly Statagram, or post at around 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the best time in terms of engagement to post, as concluded by the Huffington Post. And Iconosquare is cool because, I mentioned them earlier. They're one of the better analytics services for Instagram, but they have a way for you to track advanced analytics for your Instagram account, allowing you to figure out what times you get the most engagement on your posts. So if you're trying to figure out the right engagement times by your brand specifically, it might be different. Instead of the one-size-fits-all 5 p.m. Eastern Time study, you might have a better engagement rate at a different time from most other businesses. You never know. So that's why I stress you need to use analytics. And Iconosquare allows you to track things like engagement by time and things like that. So the Huffington Post did a study, and it's like, here's the best time to post a photo on Instagram, and they concluded that 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is one of the best times to get top engagement. Also, for some reason, 2 a.m. in the morning Eastern Standard Time works very well, and late at night around 10 p.m. is also a good time to post. So why these times, I don't know, but 5 p.m., you know, people are just getting off work and starting to do the things they love to do, like Instagram. They have more time to spend on Instagram, so 5 p.m. makes the most sense, and it will probably be the most applicable to your business. So I would start at that, but also use Iconosquare to track your specific times and experiment with different engagement rates. 10. Don't post too often, no more than 1 to 2 times per day. Buffer, the social media automation tool, did a study about post times, and as you can see here, Instagram shows 1.5 times per day or more. It says there's no drop off in engagement, but most brands I've seen recommend no more than 2, maybe 3 times per day. So I would suggest probably 2 times per day or so on Instagram. You don't want to become a spammer and someone who posts way too often, because you'll lose a lot of followers. So just keep that in mind. Whatever you're posting, don't overpost it, even if it's good. 11. Use shoutouts. Now, there are free shoutouts and there are paid shoutouts. So there's actually a place now where you can do this. It's a place where you can exchange shoutouts and buy them and things like that. And it's called Shoutcart.com. So Shoutcart allows you to have an actual marketplace online where you can do shoutouts for each other. Now, there's a few things you want to keep in mind when you're doing shoutouts. This works for Facebook as well. You may have seen Facebook pages exchange shoutouts when they have a similar amount of followers and they're in similar industries. When you do this, it makes both of you do better. Some of their followers follow you, and some of your followers follow them. So you might pay someone for that, or you might do that, or you can actually just pay someone outright to promote your brand to their followers without you promoting them. So the free way is to connect with a brand privately and exchange shout out for shout out. And the paid way, of course, is to use Shoutcart and buy one, and they will promote you on a profile that has, maybe a few million followers. So it can really be worth it. So just keep that in mind. Shoutouts can be one of the best ways to get more followers, because it's actually an endorsement from an already popular profile. Number 12, have a consistent message and stay on topic. So you never want to just do a bunch of random stuff that makes no sense, because your followers are following you for a specific reason. So you want to stay on topic. You want to not confuse people. You'll notice the Founder magazine profile is very on topic all the time. It's all about motivation, productivity, entrepreneurship, and things like that. They have a lot of quotes. You can always expect more good quotes from them. When they promote something, it's usually a quality book or issue of their magazine. Lewis Hawes, he's consistent. He talks about success. He shows pictures of him doing fun stuff. Entrepreneur. They're consistent with just showing people who are entrepreneurs and inspiring you. So stay on message. Don't have a chef business profile on Instagram and post a bunch of stuff about politics or something. You don't want to lose the fan base you have. Number 13, follow industry influencers and learn from what they're doing. So this is something you can pretty much apply to anything, especially Instagram. there's a few there's all kinds of lists online where you can find groups of accounts that you could follow to learn from, to take notes on, and to find patterns between, so that you can apply them to your own profile and get better results. That's one of the best ways to just go about everything business related. Just understand that success leaves clues, and you can find a lot of great strategies just from studying people who do well. So there's a example on jeffbullis.com called 8 top Instagram accounts marketers need to keep their eye on. So for instance, if you're doing a marketing business account on Instagram, you could follow Social Glims, Content Marketing Institute, iBoom Media, Kim Garst, The Social Agency, Emily LaGrange. I mean, and these different profiles, and you learn a lot from them just by seeing the types of hashtags they use, images they use, how they structure their profile, and things like that. Now, if you're in the food industry, in the entrepreneurship industry, in the fitness industry, whatever it is, find lists of the top accounts you can follow, figure out who has the most followers, who has the most engagement per image, and things like that, just by searching it in Google, and follow them on there to take notes and study them. That way you'll learn all kinds of new stuff all the time, and you can apply it to your own profile. Number 14, be easy to contact. So if you're especially like a local business or a consulting business or something like that that requires contact and talking to the customer one-on-one, you want to be able to have a contact button. You want to be easy to contact by using your profile correctly. So you'll notice if you go to techcrunch.com, they have a post about Instagram business profiles and how they are able to do contact buttons, directions, and things like that now. So it's more geared for businesses who might be local businesses, small businesses like that accept consulting gigs and things like that, where you actually need to contact or go to a physical location to get the services of that business. So you'll see like an example here of a contact button on a profile on Instagram. So just make sure that you're easy to contact, have your contact details in your profile and set up. You can check out pretty easy tutorials on how to do this, but just so you know, you can make it look something like this. Make it just really easy to have people contact you and find you if you're a local business by getting directions, okay? So just make sure you utilize that. Number 15, have an Instagram tab on your Facebook page and let all followers know you use Instagram. So Facebook owns Instagram. So therefore Facebook likes Instagram. So they have ways of integrating Instagram onto your Facebook page. Also, you can have your Instagram profile mentioned on Twitter, on your website, on Google Plus, and all these other social media profiles you probably have already. So just let people know that you have an Instagram account. They may not follow you, or they may follow you. If they like you, they'll probably follow you on multiple accounts, therefore Instagram. But just let them know that there's an option for them to follow you on Instagram and that you have some cool stuff there. Mention that on all your social profiles. And on Facebook pages, you want to make sure and have a tab specifically for Instagram feeds. So there's something called the WooBox at woobox.com/Instagram, and it has an Instagram Facebook page tab, and it looks like this. You can kind of see some examples of it. You go to an Instagram tab on the left column of your Facebook page, and it allows people to see all your Instagram posts and follow you on Instagram. It makes it really easy to connect to your Facebook page and your Instagram account and leverage both to get you more followers. So I would recommend checking out the Instagram page tab with WooBox. by going to woobox.com/Instagram so that you can set up Instagram tabs and show your feed on Facebook. Number 16, you want to be human. This is just a very easy tip to follow. People like Richard Branson, I find, are great at this. If you go to richardbranson.com, or not richardbranson.com, but instagram.com/Richard Branson, you'll notice he has 1.1 million followers. He's a business owner, he's a billionaire, he's very successful, but he also has a lot of fun and knows how to make his life look great by just posting all kinds of fun stuff on Instagram. You'll notice the engagement is really high. He gets thousands of engagements on each picture. So this is a great way to show the humanity of your brand. You want to smile, have pictures of yourself going around the world, and pictures of your team having fun at work and things like that. You don't want to just be business, 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 serious all the time. You want to have fun. Richard Branson's a great guy to learn from. Lewis Hawes, of course, I showed him earlier. You can see that he looks like someone who has fun. And just show a human side to your profile so people can actually relate to it and feel, instead of feeling like you're just a business and that's all you care about. Last but not least, experiment with Instagram ads. So Instagram ads can actually be very profitable for you. It's not something a lot of people think about when it comes to advertising because they haven't been doing ads for that long as of me making this video, but Instagram ads are expected to really skyrocket and take over, actually beating out some of the other top social media ad platforms. So if you look at adexpresso.com and check out this post, 20 Instagram ads best practices that will make you an outstanding marketer. It's a great post that will show you kind of how ads work, how Instagram ads are growing, give you examples of how to do your Instagram ads, how popular they can be, and just give you all that you need to know to optimize your Instagram ads. Okay, so I would definitely check out the article here on adexpresso.com to get the most out of your Instagram ads. So that's it for this video. If you liked the video, if you got something from it, if you feel like you learned something that you didn't already know, please like it and subscribe so I can create more videos like this for you to help with your Instagram marketing. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, if you're looking for some kind of a tutorial of how to structure your images, what kind of images to use, and how to get more engagement and things like that, I have other Instagram marketing videos to check out about strategies and tips you can use. Go look at my channel for those. If you want to let me know about a strategy or something about business accounts and profiles that I missed in this video that you thought should have been in here, or you want to just let me know what you thought about the video in general, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And if you want to get more in-depth blog posts on this type of stuff, get more tools and resources and courses that you can use to get the step-by-step instructions of what to do and how to be successful through social media, go to selfmadesuccess.com and I'll have all kinds of stuff there for you. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you have a great day.